Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and I will be teaching Generation Gap today. And this is a fluency class where you will practice speaking about all kinds of different issues regarding generations. Hello, Andre. How are you today?
Hello, I am still at home because it is very cold outside.
I bet. Is it got colder than -31?
Yes, it is minus 33, I think.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That blows my mind. Um, hello, Rashid. Where's,
Hello, hello, Oli. Sorry. How are you?
how are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Yeah, really good. Is there a lot of snow where you are?
No, it was yesterday in the morning. There was a lot of snow, but during the day it was melting away.
Oh, okay,
So we don't have snow now. No.
okay. That sounds like us. uh,
Yeah.
when we had our cold snap in November, we actually had
Yeah.
several weeks where the snow did not leave, but that's not very normal. So,
Yeah.
excuse me. Yeah. And then you're overwhelmed with snow, right?
Yes,
Right.
it has actually it was snowing for 3 days. I think one day when I got out, I could hardly walk to
Wow.
work.
Wow.
Yes, but then cold cyclone came, and there is a bright sun and freezing cold.
Mhm. Mhm.
But
Yeah,
what?
because right now it's too cold to snow, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
There is no wind and a lot of pollution in the air.
Wow. Wow. Well, that sounds amazing. Yeah, I told you, that class I told you um the coldest city in Russia. I think we did that together.
Yes, we did
Yeah.
it together.
Yeah, and after I want to go to that part of the world so bad now because of that. I love cold weather, so it's really really funny. So anyway,
What about Finland? What is the lowest temperature there when you experienced
when I was there, I think the lowest it got was about -20.
20? Okay.
Yeah, something. I don't think it got lower than that. Um, and if it did, I don't recall. I do remember one time I was supposed to go winter swimming, and it was in the 20 -20 something, and I was going to go winter swimming, and I canceled because I couldn't bear being outside. And my friends who went told me that when you go winter swimming, actually the water is warmer than the air. So, uh,
But Holly, your dog, he also likes cold weather, or?
oh yeah, he used to get
Yeah.
so excited. He got very very excited um, when the first time it would snow. And what he
Mhm.
would do is when we would always of course go on daily walks around the lake, and we had a little lake across from my house that
Mhm.
had it took about 10-15 minutes to walk around, and he would
Mhm.
pick up a thing of ice, and he would carry it all around the lake. So, and if it was cold enough, we'd go into the middle of the lake, and I would throw snowballs, and he would try to catch it. So
That's very funny to see.
it was hilarious. So, but yeah, he's starting to show his age though. He's 11, and
Okay.
my mom thinks that that he's going blind. She's like, I don't think
Oh.
he sees anymore. So
Mm.
she's always thought he acted like a puppy until this time. And so I have a busy day on Fridays, and so they usually take him on Fridays. And so when they brought him back today, they said, oh yeah,
Mm.
he's
But
showing his
11
age.
is, but 11 is, I think it's almost between 70 and 80 years old, in the human,
Yeah. Hmm.
yes,
In
because
human terms.
In human
Yeah.
terms, I thought that 1 year is one dog year is seven or eight, huh?
Yeah.
Human years.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And he actually just became a grandpa this week. Again, this is the fourth time I know that the dog had 9 puppies.
Wow.
So
He's a grandpa?
he's a grandpa, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Almost 11. Wow.
yeah, he had the last litter that he sired was when he was 7 years old.
Hmm.
And
What
so
does it mean, sires? What
to
does that mean?
sire, might be a new word for you. To sire, a litter, basically,
Mm-hmm.
it means to procreate.
Okay, yes. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Ahora le he puesto el chat.
so hello,
Apex.
Carlos.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué dice aquí?
Ahí voy. Ya viene un poco entonado por la vida.
Hello,
¿De dónde viene?
Carlos. Hi, Carlos.
Hi, good night.
Gigi, ¿por qué no le decías también que juguemos tema
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we don't
Hello.
understand you. We don't understand your French. so where are you calling
Okay.
from? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from El Salvador. Sorry,
From where? What country?
El Salvador.
El Salvador. Oh yes. Okay. Hi, Carlos. I remember you from last week.
Awesome.
Yeah, we did it.
So awesome. All right. So okay. Let's go ahead and get started. The topic we have today is generation gap. And, oh, hi, Cornell. Well, good morning.
Hi. Hi, Marian. Hi, class. How are you? Morning.
So, hello. How's the baby?
He is downstairs with his toys.
Okay. So, do you still have
Thank you.
snow? Do you still have
Yeah,
snow?
yeah. And there is a storm. Storm as well in Hungary. So night was quite cold.
Okay.
Under minus.
Okay. So it's not like the Netherlands. Rashid said that they lost all their snow. So, all right. Hello, Axel. How are you? Nice to see you again. So I guess he's apparently just loading, most likely. So, all right. So let's go ahead and get started. The topic we have today is generation gap. And so first of all, let's look at a vocabulary that has to do with generations and the gap between different generations. And then we will go from there. So we have adolescence, allowance, autonomy, curfew, generation gap, growing pains, latchkey child, or we also say latchkey kid, privacy, or to socialize. So let's see if we can match these words together. And are any of these words new to you? Hello? Are any of these words new?
What is difference between curfew and allowance?
And allowance, okay. If you have a curfew, that is the time that parents expect their kids to be home. So, for example, when I was growing up, my parents said, "Okay, you kids be home at 10:30 on weeknights and 11:30 on weekends." And so that was our curfew. And then, okay, allowance, and that of course depends on the family. Allowance is when parents give their children money each week or each month to spend on their own. So and some families do this, and some families make the kids work, and some families don't give their kids money at all. But that's what allowance is.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are there any other words? Okay, so let's get started. Cornell, could you read this first one starting with emotional and see if you can match that? Cornell? Hello, Cornell, are you there? I think a lot of people are having internet problems. Hello, Axel, are you there?
Yeah, I have some problems with
Welcome.
my connection.
No,
There is
no
an
worries.
interference.
No worries. I think a
Okay.
couple other people are having similar issues. Yeah, Rashi just apologized for the same thing. Cornell, are you there? And maybe maybe his baby is called. So anyway, Andre, could you read the first one right here?
Emotional judgment encountered during stage of development.
During stages.
Stages of development.
Okay, so what would that be? Any idea?
Growing pains.
Growing pains, yes, exactly. Growing pains. Okay, hello, Ake Ken. Welcome, or AKA Ken.
Yes, hello.
Hi, welcome. All right, can you
Thank
do this? Can you do the second one? Can you read the second one?
A difference in attitude and behavior between older people and younger people, which often causes them to argue.
So-
Generation gap.
Okay, so how do you pronounce this again?
Arg.
No, actually, it's argue.
Argue.
Yeah, argue. So argue. Okay, so what would that be called? You said it was generation gap?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Generation gap. All right, excellent. And Axel, can you speak?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, Axel, can you read the second one and see if you can match that to the correct word?
The desirable state of being away from other people.
Yeah, sorry about that. The desirable state of being away from other people.
So that is curfew? No.
No.
Autonomy?
Autonomy is having control, having your own control.
Okay, so privacy.
Privacy, yes.
Okay.
Privacy, okay.
That is something that is just yours, right?
Yeah. If you have privacy, it's your own. You don't want anybody else there. It's your time. It's basically alone time, I think, is really what privacy is.
Okay,
so,
I get it.
Okay, and Carlos. Carlos, you would need to unmute. There.
Yeah.
Okay, can you read the next one, starting with money?
Money given by a parent to child weekly, often curb me by doing chores.
So often earned by doing chores. Okay. And what would that be?
Curfew?
No, it's not curfew. Curfew is the time you need to come in at night.
Yeah. It's I confuse the terms. It's allowance.
It's allowance. Yeah.
Okay,
no worries. All right. Next one. Rashid, can you speak?
Can you understand me?
Yes. Good. Awesome.
Okay.
I didn't know with your internet problems.
Yes, but I don't see text. I don't see any text. That's my problem.
Oh, you don't see any text at all?
No. Is there a link or something?
There isn't a link on this material.
Oh, there isn't a link. Okay.
No.
So
can you push on my name?
Yes.
So try that.
I think. No, I
Does
didn't
that
see
work?
anything. I will. No, I will. I will log out and log in again. So
Okay, so
I
hopefully
will.
that will work. Okay, all right. Okay, could you read the next one?
Okay. Natural hostility and competition between siblings. I don't know.
I don't think it's there.
Growing. Okay. It's not here.
It's not here.
Okay.
Okay. Sib. Do you know what that would be?
I don't know. Maybe sibling competition or something like that.
Okay. Sibling rivalry.
I see.
Okay, so hopefully my handwriting's okay. It looks kind of like if I broke my arm. So, sibling rivalry is this natural competition and hostility. Okay, all right. Andre, could you read the next one?
Young child of working parents who spends part of the day at home unsupervised.
Yeah, which one would that be?
Latchkey child.
Yeah, latchkey child. And also we say the word, at least in American English, we say latchkey kid.
Latchkey kid.
Yeah. All right. And Axel, can you read the next one?
Independence, ability to control one's own life. Yeah. Hi.
Hi. So which word would that be? Would that be adolescence, autonomy,
Okay,
curfew?
that is ability to control one's own life. Autonomy, right?
Yeah, it's autonomy. Yep, perfect. Okay, and Carlos, could you read the next one?
Time set by parents at which children must return home, especially in the evening, is curfew.
Curfew, yes, curfew. And also, during times of war or something like that, countries might actually set a curfew. And so cities might have a curfew for people to be in at night.
In war?
At times of war or civil unrest or and I believe that there's some communities that have curfews for young people. They have to be in by a certain time.
We used to have it.
Did you?
In the 80s.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, El Salvador, yeah. I think you were in
Civil War.
Civil War, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, could you read the last one?
Okay. Period of growing up from puberty to maturity. Adolescence.
Adolescence, all right.
Adolescence.
Yeah. Adolescence. Okay, and then we have the word to socialize, which of course did not get one of these. So, Andre, can you explain what that means?
To socialize, it is like to communicate with other people, to be friends with them, to have relationships.
Yep. Yep, exactly. To have relationships and so forth. Perfect. Okay. So tell me a little about some of your growing up in Japan or your countries. In Japan, Ake, do you have latchkey kids?
Latchkey kids. Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Okay. So but you don't know very much about it.
Yeah, my parents is but yeah, one of my some friends of mine, yes, are like that, yeah.
Okay, all right. So Andre, Okay, so you have some kids that come home, and do they spend a lot of time on the computer, or what do they do anymore?
At that time, sorry.
Holly, did you ask me?
No. I was talking to Ake, so I apologize.
Oh, sorry.
I thought he was done.
At that time, there's no computer, so but instead of that, maybe TV was a friend.
Okay. Spend time with TV. Okay. So now, Andre, in Russia, are there latchkey kids in Russia?
I was a latchkey child.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Yes, my parents worked and they left me at home, so I could do whatever I want.
Did you find yourself? Did you get lonely, or was it totally fine?
Actually, I had a trick which was then discovered by my parents. When my parents went to work, they left the key hidden somewhere, so I couldn't open the door. But I knew the place, and I asked my friends to unlock me, and I went out. So I throw the keys out of the window. They picked them and unlocked me.
Oh, so they locked you inside the house? Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, because usually latchkey kids, what they will do is they will have the key around their neck.
Oh.
And they'll come in because they have the key around their neck. But wow. Okay. Axel, how about in Mexico? Are there latchkey kids in Mexico? Oh, and hello, Nader, and hello, Robert.
Hello.
So Axel, are there latchkey kids in Mexico? Are you there? So maybe he's not at his desk, maybe. Carlos, how about in El Salvador? Do you guys have latchkey kids in El Salvador?
Well, I don't know. Talking by myself isn't not.
Okay, so you don't know of anybody that were latchkey kids. Okay. All right. Nader. Nader, how about in Egypt? Okay, sure there are some. Okay. So you are not talking today, right? So, okay. So Nader is working. Nader's at work in Saudi Arabia. So, no worries. Text works great. So, Rashid, how about in the Netherlands? Are there a lot of latchkey kids in the Netherlands?
The latchkey kids?
Yeah.
I don't know what latchkey kids.
They're young children of working parents who spend part of the day at home unsupervised.
Unsupervised. Okay.
Yeah.
Child of working parents. No, I think there are. Yes, I think there, but not a lot. But I think there are latchkey kids in the Netherlands.
I think that in some countries it's more common than in other countries. So, right. So let's look at this. Every age is beautiful in its own way. At the same time, there are problems typically only for a certain age. Below are some of them. Match them with a particular age period and try to continue the list. Okay, so, okay. At what age do you think kids fall down and get bruises?
That means grow kind of independence.
Excuse me?
Yeah, that means independent.
No, it's there's an age. There's an age in people's life when they fall down and they get bruises on their body.
In the small kids.
Yeah, probably. When they're learning to walk. So,
yeah, maybe 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's probably about right. 1 to 2, I think. Okay. Rearing children. Andre, what age do people rear children?
I think from when they start to understand, like from 3 years old
Okay.
and up to maybe their death sometimes.
Okay. Okay, so
But usually,
first of all, what is rearing children? What does that mean?
to tell them how to behave, what is bad or what is good.
It's actually what parents do. Another word for rearing children is raising children. Raising children.
Okay, I misunderstood.
Yeah, I know. So it's okay. So at what age do people rear children or raise children?
From their birth to 16 years, I think.
Okay, so when do people actually do it? So it's actually 18 plus. When you have your first child, basically rearing children is what parents do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, no worries, no worries. Growing pains. Axel, what age do people usually get growing pains? Okay, I think he's having internet problems. Nader, how about what do you think? What age do people get growing pains? Nader? Okay, so maybe he's okay, so Rashid, how about you? What age do people get growing pains? And these
I
are the
think,
pains.
yeah, I think when they are teenagers, maybe.
Maybe what, 12 to...
Yeah, 12 to 17, 16, maybe. That
Yeah,
kind of.
okay. Something like that. Okay, so, what age are people being rejected by peers?
By peers, when they got peers, that means 3
Okay, so that's from the age of 3 plus?
plus, yes, 3 plus.
Okay. Diaper rash, infant diseases. So when do kids get that type of thing? Andre?
From 1 year old.
Okay. Probably even earlier than that, from 1 day. So one day to probably about 3. Okay. Okay, not getting along with parents. We've got a lot of people with internet problems today. So, Rashid,
Not getting, yeah.
How old are people with that?
I think also when they are, I think the most difficult time is thinking when they are teenagers.
So the same.
Also, yes, it's also maybe some earlier, but yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the child, of course, and the parents. So my sister's having I think you're right, not Nader, 13 plus. My sister's having problems with her 6-year-old, so she's even when my sister's not there, her daughter will blame her on everything. So separation and divorce. Okay. When would that?
That means the parents' separation, divorce.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. In that case, maybe any time would happen.
Oh, so yeah, it could be anytime after marriage, so 18 plus.
Yeah.
So it depends. Hopefully it doesn't happen. So.
They're siblings, not parents.
What?
Not their parents divorce. They are divorced.
They're divorced. Yeah, they're divorced. Yeah. So anxiety for children. So, Andre, what age do children become anxious? No. This isn't what that means. I'm sorry.
Future parents.
This is what age do parents become anxious for their children? They want children.
I think 20 plus.
20 plus. Okay. Yeah, really, it's really hard to say because everybody walks a different path. Nader, how about choosing a college? How old are people when they start choosing university? 17 plus, yeah, perfect. And then again, some people start choosing when they're at the 40. Dating someone, Rashid.
I think 18 plus.
18 plus in your family?
Or 16 plus. I don't know, but
in my family it was 16. But I think in some families it was 13 actually. So it depends on the country though. Yeah. I'm sorry about my writing, y'all. Okay, empty nest syndrome. Nader writes, now it's like 8 plus. Yeah, my niece walked into my room one day and she looked at me and she said, I have a crush on a boy. And I'm like, no way, no, you're only 6. So empty nest syndrome, when is that? Any idea?
Kind of after the children grow up, parents feel empty, they achieved the child's independent, and after that they feel empty in their mind.
Yeah, and it's actually, Nader, you wrote 60 plus, but it's actually 40 plus. But it depends on when you start being parents. My sister got her children when she was in her 40s, so she'll go through her empty nest when she's in her 60s. Where some people, when they start their, I have friends in my 40s that are grandparents already. So how old are you when you're shy and tongue-tied? Axel, can you speak yet?
Yeah, sorry.
Awesome. So how old is a person when they become shy and tongue-tied?
Perhaps when they are teenagers.
Maybe 12?
12.
Maybe 12 to 17, 12 to 18. Okay. And for some people, I was shy and tongue-tied from the time I learned to talk until I was about 14. So, but anyway, okay. Again, this always depends on a culture and so forth. And I wish you could speak Nader so you could talk about the empty nest syndrome type thing. Okay, let's go on. So parents and children may not see eye to eye on a lot of things. Parents may scold you as parents may scold other people for the way you wear your hair or for coming home too late. Below are some examples of misconduct that may easily make some parents angry. Rank them in decreasing order and continue the list. We have listening to music at full volume, tying up the telephone, dating the wrong person, inviting some friends over when parents are out for the weekend, overlooking one's studies, and going to a nightclub. So what I want you guys to do, we're not going to actually do this exercise, what I'd like you guys to do is think back to when you were a teenager. Which one of these things did your parents talk to you about? So, Rashid, what was the issue your parents had?
No,
Or were you a good kid?
I don't see anything.
You were a good kid.
No. There were a lot of things, but not in the list.
Okay. So can you
maybe listen to music at full volume?
Okay.
I think.
Can you think of something that you and your parents had issue about that you would like to share?
So I think I must think very hard. I think.
No, I'm trying to think too. I'm having the problem.
maybe as I said, maybe listen to the music at full volume
Full volume.
full volume. Yes.
Uh-huh.
So when
Okay.
and they don't like the music because yes, it was also a generation gap. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so they maybe my father, especially my father, comes to me at my room and said maybe the music can something lower. I think that's it. But I don't go into nightclubs, and my parents weren't also involved in my dating and that sort kind of thing. So
Uh-huh. Okay. So instead of saying I don't go to nightclubs, I didn't go to nightclubs.
yes,
Didn't
I
go.
didn't. I
Yeah.
didn't go to
Okay.
nightclubs. Yes, thank
All
you.
right. Okay. Thank you. And Ake Ken, is there something on this list or that was an issue between you and your parents when you were a teenager?
Maybe since I love music, maybe a generation gap, and yeah, they don't like loud sound. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, number one. Yeah, sometimes happens. Yeah.
Okay. And were you listening to the Beatles at that time?
Yeah, Beatles or other rock music.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
wanted when I was adolescent, I remember I wanted to listen to the noisiest music in the world.
Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Andre, how about you? What was the issue you had with your parents?
Could you explain overlooking one studies?
Okay, overlooking one's studies. Basically, in this respect, the parents are complaining that the child is not studying.
Yeah.
They're not doing their work at all.
So this is the one I
That's
had problems with.
uh-huh. Okay, so you didn't study and they were always telling you go do your homework, go study.
Yes, year after year, I sometimes got better, then
Uh-huh.
I got worse.
Uh-huh.
So they try to push me to make me study hard.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Axel, how about you? What was the
Yeah.
issue you had? And I think you're youngest, so you might even remember some
Yeah.
clearer.
I am 21.
Yeah.
But well, when I was like 15, or 14 or
Uh-huh.
16 years old, so my parents always scolded me just for
Uh-huh.
going to a nightclub. So
Going to a
they,
nightclub.
yeah, going to a nightclub.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh,
What did they?
they say that it wasn't a nice place to go with my friends.
Uh-huh.
And and that's it.
All right. So you got in trouble for that. Okay. All right.
Kind of.
Nader, how about you? What did your parents scold you on? So I got to look at. Okay, we'll wait for your while we're waiting for your text. I was looking at this list and when Rashid was trying to answer, and I also did not have any problems with any of these, but my issue with my parents was over clothes.
Oh.
And my mom always wanted to dress me in clothing that I thought was really silly and for too old for me and so forth. So we would argue about clothes all the time, and so that was the big thing for me. Okay, so let's go to the next.
I have a question,
Yeah.
Adobe.
Mm-hmm.
What is tying up the telephone? Tying up.
Okay, good, good. Tying up the telephone. That's usually for a real talkative girl. So she's on the phone so long that no one else can get a phone call.
Okay.
And nowadays, teenagers are given cell phones, so they don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
But at that time, I mean, for some of us, we only had the landline telephone, and so, like for example, I wasn't allowed to be on the phone because my dad always used it for business.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay,
okay,
good. Thank you.
let's go to the next one. Parenting can be stressful. So too can the role of the child. Below are jumbled pieces of advice for both parents and children. Read and categorize them into groups, handling the parents and calming down. So, which one would this be? Okay, could you read the first one and say whether that would be parents or kids? Or
Okay.
handling the parents or calming down?
Okay. Remember, you're no bargain to live with either. No bargain to live with either. What situation does this happen?
Probably when the parents and the teenagers are arguing, and probably the parents will one of them will say, "You're no bargain to live with either." So basically, what it means is you aren't easy to live with either. So you're no bargain, which is a bargain is a sell price. You get a good price for something. So this would be you're no bargain to live with either. So what do you guys think? Would that be on handling the parents or calming down? Any opinion?
Calming down.
Calming down. Okay. And why would you say that?
Like you have no choice, so you are to live together.
Yeah. Yeah. And we didn't really choose you. You didn't choose us. You just came. So, okay. All right. Andre, can you read the next one?
Take a deep breath and another, then remember you are an adult.
Then remember you are the adult.
You are the adult. It is one parent is saying to the other.
Or actually, one parent is saying to the other, or you're saying that to yourself. Remember,
yes,
I'm the adult. Remember, you are the adult. So, so this would, of course, be calming down as well. So the parent is saying that to themselves. Okay, 3, Axel, could you read the third one?
Yeah, close your eyes and imagine you are hearing what your daughter or son is about to hear. Actually, well, if I say calming down, it's because, well, you're hearing what. I don't know if calming down will be a good idea, or handling the parents, but I think that calming down.
I'm thinking it's calming down as well. So handling the parents, I think, is what the kids would be saying. So okay, phone a friend. What do you guys think that one would be? That would be either, I think.
Yeah.
Both. And Rashid, could you read the next one? So I think. Okay.
Remember, nobody gets everything in the world. There are other people in the world besides you. Remember, nobody. Nobody gets everything in the world. There are other people in the world besides you. Maybe handling the parents?
Yeah, remember nobody gets everything in the world. There are other people in the world besides you. It could be. I'm not. I don't think I put the answer on this one.
No, because the context is.
The context is kind of strange on this. So. Yeah.
Remember, nobody gets everything. There are other people in the world besides. Maybe, I think maybe kids, they are thinking that they are very important at some time. and that the world is all around them, maybe.
Yeah, well, they think that the kids think they are the center of the universe.
Yes, they are very important. And maybe that's when children are in the teenage. I think when teenagers also think that they are very important. I think.
Okay.
So I think
Yeah.
handling the parents, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, we're not gonna. Let's just go read through this. These handling the parents and calming down. I don't really get that part. I'm sorry. Let's just read these. So, okay, Ken, let's read this next one.
Okay, show a little sympathy.
Okay, and do you think that is important for parents to do when they're dealing with their kids?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, and because are any of us parents? I don't think any of us are.
No.
No. Okay. Next one, Andre, could you read this one?
Take a hot bath or splash cold water on your face.
Yeah. So when would a person need to do that? That's calm down. Yeah. So
I
that
think
is calming down.
remember nobody gets everything in the world. That expression. Usually, my parents told me.
Did your parents tell you that?
Yes, when I was like, I wanna this, no matter if you have money, for example, or I wanted something and I didn't think about the other people around me.
Well, it's interesting how you understand this better than the rest of us, because the person who wrote this material is Russian. I wonder if that could come from the Russian language, and that's why I'm confused by it. So, yeah, but this one definitely is calming down. That's when you would tell somebody is to calm down. Okay, Axel, can you read this one?
Ask their advice now and then on something big enough to make them feel important. And I will say handling the parents.
Handling the parents, okay. And what do you think that is important for parents to do? Is to ask the kids advice?
Oh.
Do you agree with this?
Well, no, actually, I think that it was the others. In the other hand, for example, kids ask for advice to their parents.
Okay. So you think it's the other way around?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Next one. Rashid.
Learn how to say I'm sorry. I think parents and also children can learn that.
Yeah, both.
Yeah, it's both, I think.
Yeah, I think this one's both too. And this one's both. Okay. So next one, okay.
Okay. Get out somewhere with your spouse.
So go out somewhere with your instead of spouse. It's not spouse, it's spouse. So it's a spouse. Yeah, an ow sound. Okay. So that is definitely calming down for parents to do. I think that's very important for especially parents of small children. They need to go out and get away.
Yeah, maybe for adolescents, kids, it might cause reverse effect.
What do you mean?
In a teenagers, kind of adolescent days, kids want to go out with their parents sometimes.
Where teenagers don't want to at all, and parents of small children need that time alone. So, where teenagers don't want to be with their parents anyway. So, Andre, next one.
Try to work on agreements agreements which will eliminate some arguments in advance.
So, do you agree with that?
Yes, I do. I agree.
Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. Axel.
Yeah, communicate with them, please. Just one sentence now and then.
That's handling the parents.
Yeah.
So the parents need to hear from their kids when they're teenagers. So, okay, let's go on. Let's do some conversation practice. Okay, so the first question, okay, at what age do people start being off on their own in Japan?
Being off means independent.
Yes.
Maybe it's up to the kids, but maybe when they enter the university or after graduate from high school, that's common.
Okay, that's when they go away and they go off on their own. Okay. And Andre, how about, are children encouraged to work for money outside of their homes? If yes, at what age? If no, what are the reasons?
For money outside there, how could they work for money in the house?
Well, in the U.S., it's very common for kids to, for example, my first job was babysitting, and then I did a paper route, and then babysitting was the big one, and then as a teenager, I got part-time jobs after school.
Oh,
and
I
a lot
see.
of people would work at McDonald's and stuff like that. I did telemarketing is what I did.
Okay. Usually children tend to work, not at home. Everybody wants to work in the office or somewhere else, not at home.
Okay.
And I started working when I was 17.
You started working at 17. Okay. And so teenagers will start working as soon as they can?
Not all of them, but who knows what they want, and if they are in need of money, so they would work.
Okay. Yeah, because in the States, a lot of kids get start a job when they're 16, so that they can make money, so they can buy a car. So.
Yes.
Axel, how about in Mexico? At what age are people considered to be adults?
18 years old.
18 years old. Okay. I think that's the same in every country. Japan, it's 20 though, right? Right?
Yes,
Okay.
20. Yes.
20. And in the U.S., it's 21. But I think everywhere else it's 18.
18.
21 in Russia, because from that age you can drink alcohol. You can buy alcohol.
Really? You can't. I thought it was 18. In Russia, it's 21? Oh.
I believe it is.
Oh, wow. Okay. Rashid, at what age do people usually move away from their parents' home?
I think, yes, I think between, it depends, but I think between 18 and 21, 22.
Okay. So during university age.
Yes.
Okay. And, okay, do different generations of the family share the same apartment or house in Japan?
Usually no nowadays.
Okay, but traditionally was that the case in Japan, or was that's just in other Asian countries?
Yeah, maybe traditionally before, maybe, but these 50 or 60 years right after the World War II, almost all family tend to be a nuclear family.
Okay. So, all right, and Andre, what problems may cause a generation gap?
Because generation gap, maybe the time is changing. So my parents used to live in the Soviet Union, and everything was different there. So their opinions, attitude to life was different.
Yeah, because they were raised under the with the Soviet Union. And how old were you when the curtain dropped, basically?
I was 7 years old.
Okay, so you were quite small.
Yes, I don't actually remember. I remember just a few things from that time.
Mhm. Yeah. All right. So Axel, what conflicts do parents have with children?
I think that children always make a lot of noise, and they are always laughing for everything. Perhaps because of their behaviors, it could
Yeah.
be a conflict. Yeah.
I know that with my sister and brother-in-law and their 3 kids, they have 5, 5, and 6. The
Yeah.
biggest thing is the kids get in their things and break it.
Yeah. And I have a nephew too, so
Uh-huh. And does he get
yeah.
into things? It's like, what? So
Yeah.
so Rashid, what are the usual areas of misunderstanding between children and parents?
Misunderstanding. I think the time that they are coming home and that kind of things.
Okay.
So the children want always to go. No, yeah, they want to come later to home, and then the parents say, "No, you must come before 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock." Yeah, that's by my nephew the case. So I think.
Okay. Yeah. With my sister and my sister's kids, the
Yeah,
biggest my
yes.
sister's kids, with mine, the biggest misunderstanding they have is her and her husband tell the kids to do something, and the kids decide to do what they want. So the kids are like, not doing what they're told when they're told. So.
Yes.
So, okay, Ken, what do you think are the key issues in establishing one's own autonomy from the parents?
Key issue. Maybe one of the keys are kind of to live separately, and both of them realize, that maybe rethink or review the life. Maybe after living with them, maybe they cannot be observed, because they cannot observe, the life as a family. But after that, maybe living separately, and they can notice some point. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be one. And I think also for kids, it's making money and having that kind of autonomy as well. So, all right, and I think we're out of time. Let me check. Bear with me a moment. Yeah. So we're out of time.
Yeah. Is there
I cannot
something?
hear you.
Auli, can you understand us?
She left.
Ali.
Sorry, guys. My Chrome stopped working as soon as I was ending the class. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you.
Thank you very much. See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.